welcome to my channel. I know that you may be new to our channel or you may have been here for a little while. We have Wellness Wednesdays here at Freedom Chiropractic and Holistic Health. So every Wednesday, we go live at 5 p.m. with a new video teaching you a little bit more about your body, how it works, how it heals, and some natural holistic options to get it working better. So this Wellness Wednesday, our focus is going to be on the link between stress, digestion, and anemia. So stress affects us all, whether you are chronically stressed, stressed from work life, from family life, from finances, or if you've got health issues or chronic pain that's causing stress in your body, that stress is affecting you and your health. So it's really important to understand that when we have that chronic stress or that stress within our body, that's going to affect your digestive system. It can actually decrease your body's ability to digest the food that you are eating and also absorb nutrition and specific nutrients from your food properly. So one of the most common conditions that I see in my office is called hypochlorhydria. That's caused by low stomach acid. Now, we can actually get, as we age, we do have less stomach acid being produced in our body, but we can also see some of that happening due to poor digestion, poor diet, or nutritional deficiencies. If your body doesn't have the resources to grow the lining of the stomach, your lining of your stomach may not be able to produce enough stomach acid to break down your food properly and also make sure you're not killing off bacteria properly, because the bacteria in our food needs to be broken down and destroyed by our stomach acid. So if you have low stomach acid or weak stomach acid, or you've got some poor issues with your health where your body's not able to heal that lining properly, you may not have enough acid to break down your food. And when we don't have enough acid, that can not only cause stomach pain, it can also lead to symptoms of heartburn. And we can see that heartburn happen with any food we eat. We can see some of that stomach pain happen after any time you eat, or sometimes if we've had that lining thinning but not completely destroyed, we can also see some of that stomach pain or heartburn happening when you eat foods that are more acidic, so things like orange juice or tomato sauce. We can also see it with spicy foods too. So if you notice after spicy foods, you tend to have issues with heartburn, that may be a sign your body's trying to tell you that your stomach is not working properly, and that mucus lining that protects your stomach is not thick enough. And a lot of times when people do have heartburn, they will talk to their doctor about it, and their doctor may prescribe something like an over-the-counter medication like a Tums or some type of antacid. You may also have a prescription like a beta blocker or, again, another antacid. The problem is when we have those medications or those over-the-counter medications, they're going to either neutralize the acid that you have that's already weak, or it's going to stop your body from producing enough acid. And when we stop our body from producing enough acid, guess what? You run into a problem where you still have more low acid, poor digestion, you can't get the nutrients from your food, and you run into the cycle where you eat something and can't digest it. So you have stomach pain, so you take medications, and then guess what? It causes more issues where you can't break down. So we go in the circle where we're going round and around with the same problem, and we're not getting anywhere. And that makes you a little bit crazy, and it makes you very frustrated because you feel like, well, I know I have an acid problem, but a lot of times we're told that it's too much acid. But in actuality, it may be poor acid or not enough acid to break down the food that you're currently eating. So one of the things that I find is in my office, if I have somebody that's having digestive issues, we need to figure out, is it an issue where, number one, they don't have a lining protecting their stomach? Is it an issue where they're not getting enough acid? Is it an issue where their acid is weak? Is it an issue where they're maybe having a food allergy going on? We need to actually do some problem solving to figure out where the issue lies. So in some cases with my patients, I have a couple different supplements that I tend to lead towards. One of those ones that I typically like to use a lot is licorice root or DGL if we have somebody that's got a blood pressure issue. Some other ones that can be helpful are things like fennel or silymarin that has some stinging nettle or milk thistle in it. And in some cases, I may even recommend doing a tea on a daily basis to help soothe that stomach lining and calm down some of that irritation. Some of the newer research that's out now is actually showing that we do have a lot of hypochlorhydria going on. So if you've been dealing with stomach issues or digestive issues, and you're dealing with chronic stress, and you haven't actually had somebody sit down and assess with you if this is actually a hypochlorhydria issue, rather than just throwing a medication over the counter at it, you need to sit down and do some problem solving, find out what's going to work for you, your health, and help get your body healing itself and functioning properly again. Some newer research has come to light recently, looking at stress responses and how that affects our organ system's ability to function. And one of the things that's really interesting to me is when we have stress, a lot of times we get stomach issues from that. And one of the most common things that I am seeing in my office, especially right now, and I don't know if this is due to chronic stress, if this is due to just poor diet, or even if this is due to a multitude of other issues, but I've been seeing a lot of anemia in my office. And what's really interesting is the link between stress and digestion and anemia, which is what today is all about. So when your body is not, or your stomach isn't functioning properly, you're not digesting your food properly, in order for your body to absorb iron, which helps with anemia issues, your stomach needs to have an acidic environment. So if you have a weak acid, or if you don't have enough acid, or if you're taking Tums or medication that's stopping acid production, you may not be physically able to absorb iron. So if you have an anemic condition going on and you're taking antacids, or you have heartburn issues, you may not be absorbing. I don't care how much you're taking, your body may not be able to absorb it. So some of the newer research is showing that when we have anemia, this may be actually because of our body is not able to absorb iron as well. Because when our body's under stress, not chronic stress, just stress in general, that's going to reduce your body's ability to absorb iron by 20 to 30%. So if you have chronic stress and you have anemia, those are definitely linked. So one of the things that I typically do when I have patients that are under chronic stress is we look at ways to support the body's stress response. In some cases, we may need to support other organ systems. So things like digestion, things like hormone balance, things like sleeping hormones as well. We may need to support those. In some cases, even thyroid function can be depressed when it comes to chronic stress issues. So if I have patients that are coming in that have iron deficiency anemia, especially if they have microcytic anemia or have high levels of red blood cells, that's because their body is trying to adapt. So if you're not getting iron from your food, if you're not absorbing that, and your body's going, okay, I don't know what to do, I can't make enough hemoglobin, your body's going to actually increase your red blood cell numbers. And guess what? When you increase red blood cell numbers so that you can carry more oxygen because you have an iron deficiency anemia going on, your blood becomes thicker. You become more likely to have clots, and you become more likely to have heart attack symptoms from that. So that means that if you have chronic stress, if you have digestive issues, if you have anemia going on, and you're not doing something about it to support your body and heal your body rather than just medications, you may be setting yourself up for a heart issue later on down the line. When your blood is thicker, you're more likely to have clotting, which is going to increase your risk factor for stroke, for heart attacks. It's really, really, really important that if you do not address the digestive issue and the anemia issue, you're going to set yourself up for other health issues. So if you want help with this, if you want more specific information, you can go to our website, freedompeoria.org, and request an appointment, or you can also give our office a text or a phone call. Our phone number is 309-689-6200. But best way is going to be to go on our website, request an appointment. Again, that's freedompeoria.org, or give us a call, 309-689-6200. So hopefully you learned something tonight. And remember, stress, digestion, and anemia are all linked, and you can't do anything about it unless you get some help for your body to heal itself. So tune in next week, Wellness Wednesday. We go live at 5 for our next video and education topic. Thanks for tuning in to Freedom Chiropractic and Holistic Health. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so we'll let you know about some new videos coming out. Every Wellness Wednesday, we go live at 5.